As previously discussed, there is an anticipation that there will be a flood of business rescue applications in light of the economic devastation that's been wrought by the national shutdown in the country's bid to curb the spread of COVID-19, with businesses of varying sizes likely to find it difficult to recover from the lack of revenue, still having to pay fixed costs and so on over an extended period of time. Many businesses may not survive. Well, to discuss this from a legal point of view, I'm joined on the line or via Skype by Christopher Holfeld. He is a lawyer at Webber Wentzel. Thanks very much for joining us, Chris. So we often hear the concepts of liquidation and business rescue. Just take us through the legal distinction between the two.
Thanks. Thank you very much for having me. So I enjoy my analogies and metaphors. So in terms of a insolvency or liquidation versus business rescue, an insolvency or liquidation is one where you kill the cow because it just has no terms or chances of producing any further milk. It's one where you basically kill your business and you put it down as there's no chance of saving it. So to carry on with my analogy, you would then cut the cow up and sell it. And that's usually the process of a liquidation or insolvency. A liquidation or insolvency is usually followed, as I said, when there's just no reasonable chance of or prospect of saving the business, but also when the business has an inability to pay its debts at that point in time. To carry on with that analogy, with a business rescue, you're actually able to save the cow. It's a cow that has value, your business has value, and it can be seen that it has reasonable prospects or chances of success into the future, but it faces a situation where it's financially distressed, which means that in the next 6 months, it's foreseen that it will have an inability to pay its debts. Alternatively, in the next 6 months, it will be insolvent in the sense that its liabilities will exceed its assets. And that's the point where legally a board of directors are obliged to look at the option of business rescue.
That is an excellent analogy, well explained. So the reason why we've decided to focus a lot on business rescue right now is because it is highly anticipated that indeed a number of businesses will apply for the same. What's the process that businesses need to go through?
So really there's the primary process a business will have to follow is that the board of directors, if they come to the conclusion that this company is financially distressed and that there is a reasonable prospect of rescuing the company, they would then resolve that the company go into business rescue. That resolution is then registered with the CRPC. And also as part of that resolution, a business rescue practitioner will be appointed. And once the business rescue practitioner has been appointed, he will then take over, in essence, the running of the business, usually with the assistance of the directors. But his main job is that he would formulate a business rescue plan, which is there to rescue the business. At the end of the day, the people who decide on whether this plan should be accepted are the creditors of the business. And that business rescue plan formulated by the business rescue practitioner is put before the creditors, and a vote of 75% of the creditors voting at that meeting and taking into account the value of their claims, 75% of that value would have to vote in favor of that business rescue plan.
Right. Chris, we're going to interject there and we're going to have you on the show again soon, very hopefully. We are now